Good morning. Today I'm just going to speak to you about watching and praying. It's very important Jesus' words be taken very carefully and clearly. The first time that Jerusalem was destroyed after Jesus' ascension, and it was destroyed forever. The Jerusalem you see today is not the same as the one of yesteryear. Jesus told them, when you see the troops coming round Jerusalem, don't pack your bag, just get out of Jerusalem as quickly as you can, the same hour. And the Christians believed him, and they followed him, and anybody else that listened and believed him could have done the same. Titus I surrounded Jerusalem in AD 39 and destroyed it. It took 4 years. People ate their own children. They got so hungry. And they were destroyed forever. The 12 tribes have never been recovered again, and the temple has never been rebuilt since that day. Jesus predicted it within one generation of his death. And it was 39 years, which a generation is normally 40 or 70 years, and it was 39 years after the ascension of Jesus Christ. The same as he predicted for the end of time for the Gentiles, that's us. And this is coming right now. He said, watch and pray that you may be found worthy to escape the tribulation of that time. If what is happening around us is correctly discerned by me, then that time was within the next year or two. Okay? Watch and pray, because the things are already here. The Antichrist, the beast system, the false prophet, everything is here. The 17 Eurozone countries are the prediction of the beast. The 27 countries are also predicted as the beast, and the beast is also embodied in a man called the Antichrist. The church rides the beast, which it did in the Dark Ages. In other words, it had the power to control the beast, but now it's been burned with fire. That's the church that draws its power from worldly politics and money. That church exists in the city with 7 hills, which is called Rome. It doesn't take an imagination to figure out what church that is. The Eurozone plus the Antichrist, who comes not necessarily from Europe, could be America, could be right now, could be seeking a second term of office, perhaps. 3.5 years, or mid the 7-year process that he has a 7-year office, according to the Bible, and halfway through that office, he turns from the man of peace, okay, who has been given the Nobel Peace Prize for the world, but the president that you see even today, in this very hour, the only president or man in the whole of history who was given a peace prize before he ever accomplished any peace. And hard to determine what peace he has accomplished even until now. But the fact is that the man of peace, or the Antichrist, comes as the man of peace in his first term of office, or 3.5 years, or what you might say 4-year office. Okay, halfway through the 7-year reign that he has, there is a great change. And the change brings upon the world the tribulation and annihilation that the prediction of Daniel and Revelations talks about, and also Jesus in Matthew 24 and various other scriptures. Jesus said, pray, watch, that you might be found worthy. He talked about the 10 virgins. 5 had oil in their lamps, 5 didn't. Virgins are just an analogy for believers, pure people, okay, undefiled people. But 5 of them had oil and 5 didn't. 5 had something that the other 5 didn't, but they were all believers. 5 got into the wedding feast, but the other 5 did not. Jesus also said, when the Son of Man comes back to the earth, will he find faith? You see, he stressed faith. So you're going to need faith to get into this wedding feast. The wedding feast is the ark, like Noah's ark. It gets you out of the tribulation. Jesus said in Revelations chapter 2 to one church there, one group there, because you persevered, you believed and persevered, I will take you away I will not allow you to go through the Great Tribulation. The Great Tribulation is the most horrific time that's ever struck planet Earth. It is not the judgment of God, but in one way it is, because God just recedes and takes away all the checks and balances and allows man and the prince of this world to rule man. So death rules, and there's a great eruption. The preliminary to this all event happening is called the Great Falling Away, which has happened right now. Secularism or globalism, or human secularism, is sweeping the world, and it comes from Europe and the West. And this liberal movement of spirit is devil-orientated or antichrist. It is against all discipline, all values, and all previous teachings of values. It is sweeping the world today, where children are not respecting parents, and all people not respecting their elders or teachers or judges or police, or various things. Just a revolutionary but social apostasy. It is a social criminal event, not a war-like revolution, but a revolution of values and of nature. And you see that the homosexual issue has come to the forefront, where alternative lifestyles are acceptable now, and that's always a good indication of a Sodom and Gomorrah about to happen. The marriages of homosexuals is now going to be law in UK this year, and in America the president and vice president have just lent their weight to backing homosexual marriages. These things are clear indications, red flags to a bull, to anybody who's got any spiritual discernment at all. Please don't look at Revelations with just facts and figures in mind. It's to do with spirits, and it's to do with the spirit of the times and various players that are spirits, embodied spirits. Okay, the beast is one that was, is not, and yet shall come. He'll come out the bottomless pit. Not talking about the Antichrist. The Antichrist is not really the big figure. It's Satan that's the big figure, the prince of this world. And of course there are other figures, the false prophet, the false church, the beast system, and the beast itself, and various other components, all of which we've got with us right now in this world. The reason that the Lord is prompting me to make this video clip is simply this. If it's so close, if it is the way that I see it to be, then Jesus is coming back for his church first, and then coming back in his body with his saints who are in faith right now, like days away from us, not years, days. We're talking a matter of days and hours. Okay? If this is exactly the way that I see it, we have not got much longer on this earth. Jesus warned us, watch and pray. Take stock, because I'm telling you, this is the hour when he will simply say, jump in faith. And if you don't know how to jump in faith, you'll not get into the ark. The marriage feast is made for those who've got oil in their lamp and can see things, not for those who are walking around like men, but believing Jesus, but not walking in the light, not walking in the Spirit, not believing by faith. These people are going to be left behind, even though they're believers. You see, because there are believers that go through the tribulation. But the believers that go through the tribulation have been found not worthy to be taken out of it. You see. So Jesus warned us, be found worthy. You know, the first time he told the Jews, get out of Jerusalem the moment you see those people trying to surround it, those soldiers. Just get out. You see, once they locked that Jerusalem up. No one could get in or out for 4 years until they destroyed everything. And everything was destroyed. And everybody was destroyed. That was the end of the Israeli Empire forever. And the end of the first covenant forever. And it never come back. And this next one is the same. It will never come back. Because Jesus is coming back to destroy the Antichrist, the beast, the false prophet, and throw them into hell. That's what the Bible says. And if you're one of them, you're going with them. That's what the Bible says. Okay? But for us who believe, a great time of rejoicing is about to happen. A great revival, a great move of God. So be with us, get in the boat, and join us. God bless you.